Oh shit. Oh shit. Is this
This is recording.
This is recording.
This is what recording sounds like.
Welcome
Welcome.
to a surprising episode of the Gav and Nate Podcast.
Yeah, we are in episode 7. Yeah, episode
7, right?
I'm pretty sure last episode we mentioned that we were supposed to watch the Star Wars spin-off movies.
Which we did.
We did. No, I'm not going to save your ass. I watched them, but Gavin was too focused on other important things, which actually were important, but I digress. He still didn't watch them when we agreed on it. But that'll be not for next episode, because next episode we are going to have Alyssa back on.
Heyo.
So that's exciting.
Heyo, Alyssa. Remember her?
Yeah, remember her?
Remember her?
Wacky character from the lore.
She's kind of wacky. She was the blonde one.
Yes.
She is the blonde one. You're going to see her this Wednesday, actually.
No.
Wait.
They've already seen her.
Oh, they've already... You're right. Yeah. You would have seen her Sunday, actually, if you watched, if you keep up with the lore.
Yes, and you will see her for 2 more episodes.
Wow.
Concurrently.
Wow.
And then maybe we'll film with her some more, but we're not sure of that yet. We're just kind of taking by ear whenever we film with our guests, see what they're comfortable with.
Yeah, we're making sure that, like, everything can usually go in place, which is hard. It's hard for everyone, like, to be... like, everyone to have one, like, free. Basically, everyone to be free is kind of hard.
Yeah.
So.
But we're trying to be free because next weekend's my birthday.
Yay!
Yay!
Happy birthday! Yeah, not yet.
I will be 20 years young.
Jesus, you old fuck.
Not old to drink. Old enough to drink.
Almost.
But I'm old enough to have a mortgage. I'm old enough to have a car payment. Wow. I'm old enough to go and serve and die in the military.
Wow.
But to drink, to smoke, hell no.
Wow. That sounds hypocritical.
Not hypocritical.
Not hypocritical, just ass backwards.
I think the proper word you're talking about is asinine.
Yeah, sorry, ass.
But we digress.
Yeah, we do.
It's gonna be fun. Maybe we'll do some fun videos for my birthday. I don't know. Maybe we'll get a birthday cake and Gavin can try it or something.
Oh, gross.
Just a whole birthday cake.
I hate cake. Yeah, see if I can eat a whole birthday cake.
But see, that would be wrong because it would be my birthday for the cake. What if I did it?
Would you want to be on camera, Nate? Holy crap.
You'll have to wait and see.
Tune in next time. Question mark?
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Something could happen.
Something could happen.
Something.
You know what did happen, though?
What did happen?
You switched to Apple.
That I did.
Yes.
That I did.
Yeah. After you said that Samsung is way better. And then you texted me one day and you're like, I'm a traitor. I switched. And I was like, oh God.
No.
No. This can't be
you
possible.
You were the chosen one.
You were my brother, Gavin. I loved you.
You were sent to destroy the Sith, not join them.
It was said you would destroy the Apple, not join them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he got it. What kind of Apple? What kind of...
12.
12?
Yeah.
Is that the new one?
Mm-hmm.
Gross.
Yeah.
The one with that didn't come with a charger.
Yeah.
Okay. How's it treating you?
Honestly, it's pretty good. Like,
did you buy a charger yet?
Yeah, I bought it the day I got the phone. Yeah.
I'm glad you got it.
It was the last one in stock.
Oh, so if you couldn't get it and your phone died.
I would have been fucked.
Oh, great.
What luck was on my side?
Luck would have had it. You got one.
The charger was more expensive than the down payment on my phone.
Oh. That's nice.
That should tell you something. Do you want me to get you the details?
No.
All right. So I put the down payment on this phone for I think $42. I put down on this.
I don't think it's considered. It's not the down payment. It's the tax on it.
The tax, whatever. Put 42 on this. Now the charger was $75.
What in the fuck? Excuse me? What the fuck did you say to me?
The charger was $75, Nate.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It takes 30 minutes to charge it, so that's cool.
That's not a bad charger.
Huh?
That's not a bad charger. Like,
It's 20, yeah.
It's not bad.
And then the battery, I haven't charged it since 11 o'clock, and it's at 46%.
Okay, that's bad, though.
What is it?
I think so.
I've been on my phone, though. You gotta think.
Eh.
I'm texting, my girlfriend.
I don't know. I'll be on work for like half an hour and be on like TikTok. My phone will go down maybe 10%.
You're not on your phone. If I wasn't on my phone, I've done it before. At school, when I'm not on my phone is so I have like 6.5 hours of school, I think, right?
6.5.
7.5. Okay, whatever.
7:45, I think it is exactly.
7 hours and 45 minutes, okay? So, like, the one day I didn't get on it, I went on it at the end of the day when I was leaving, and I was at 89%.
So it's going down 11% in the background.
Yeah.
That's garbage.
That
feels like garbage.
No, it's pretty good.
I don't want to talk about Apple.
It's because I use a lot of apps, probably more than you, honestly.
Okay, so you should look at your device well-being and turn those background apps off.
I do.
So it's still taking that much? That's
it was at 91. Sorry, it was at 91. Either way, it's still 9%. That's really not that bad.
The fact that you had to pay $75 for the charger, though.
Well, the thing with it is because it was like the new iPhone charger, but it was also the new, like, it was the same Samsung charger, so you can plug it in. So it's like two, like, chargers in one, basically.
No, that's a charger. That would be considered one charger.
I guess, yeah.
Apple would have you think different.
It's not an Apple-based one. It's AT&T. It's like for Samsung, and you can use a Samsung and a Apple to charge it.
Yeah.
Why is my flashlight? Why is my flashlight on?
That's weird.
Oops. Fuck.
Have you at least messed with like the coolest function? Like, I think iOS was a 14. I think that seems really cool. Like, you can customize your screen really well.
I haven't.
I would mess with
I don't know how to do it, so.
Oh, you should look up on how to do it.
And I think my girlfriend is gonna help me out on that one day.
Oh, she's an Apple.
No, she's not. He has a Samsung J7.
J7.
Crown. Thank you.
Is that a track phone?
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with track phones.
A lot of things.
I think I might get a track phone next because
those are so expensive, dude.
Really?
You have to pay for like your gigabytes, like your cellular gigs. I think data.
You have to do that anyways.
Yeah, but
cell phone plan.
Yeah, but you have to like get cards and everything, and it's a bunch of shit. I'd rather just pay monthly for like my phone.
So I'm done with Apple.
Okay.
My energy is spent on Apple.
Wow.
Here's a funny story.
Give me a
so
funny story.
on January the 1st of this year, 3 weeks ago, we shot some guns and some tannerite. I can't remember if we mentioned on the podcast.
No, we didn't.
Well, us and a bunch of friends shot 2 pounds of tannerite. And before that, we didn't have enough hearing protection, and I gave mine to Gavin, so I didn't have any. And Gavin kept on freaking out. You kept on freaking out.
Yeah.
So we were talking to them.
Yeah, who cares? I kept freaking out.
Yeah, you kept on freaking out. You're like, your ears are gonna hurt.
Yeah, I know.
And I was fine. It wasn't that bad. I mostly wanted to protect you because, like, your ears aren't used to loud sounds like that, like guns, because you never shot a gun before.
I have, but it was like a pistol.
Basically, I never shot one.
Yeah. A heavy pistol. I remember there was no kickback to it, I remember.
Oh. Just on my train of thought.
Guns.
Oh, yeah. So, you had mine, and you were freaking out. And I was like, I'll be fine. And then later on, we blew up that tannerite. I had ear protection by that time. Fine. There's 2 pounds of it, I think I said.
Yeah, 2 pounds, yeah.
If we ever find a way to show it, we do have the video of it. It's
we do.
Cool. Blew it up on a lake.
A frozen lake.
Yeah.
It was ice.
Yeah, we originally wanted to do like some videos around it, but we didn't really do much.
No.
Because Coleman actually had to leave early. He wasn't for it.
Yeah. He had to leave early.
Yeah. He had like a going away dinner and stuff like that, which was kind of unfortunate, but
whatever.
Anyway, so past that day, after all my, oh, it'll be fine, Gavin, for a couple of days, I was kind of scared it was going to be permanent. But occasionally I would have, like, ringing in my ears.
Oh, I have that, too.
And I honestly thought I might have developed, like, occasional tinnitus.
Yikes.
I haven't, though.
I don't think I have either. It's been ringing a lot, though, like, occasionally.
Oh, so maybe you want to get that checked out then. Because mine stopped.
Well, mine's only been starting recently. It's only in school. It hasn't done it today. It hasn't done it in a couple of days, so I think I'm fine. But occasionally in school, I'll just hear, and I'm like, oh, that's good.
Oh, that's nice.
But I mean, I'm not too worried about it. I'm probably not gonna get it checked out.
I don't know. I would get it checked out.
I don't know. No, probably not.
I mean, I don't think there's much they can do about it though, because Coleman has tinnitus in his right ear.
Mm-hmm.
Which we'll have him tell the story about that. It's kind of funny.
It's fucked up, but yeah.
Yeah, he'll be back in April. Hopefully, we'll get him on the podcast as soon as possible. I'll have to remember to have him tell that story because it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think they can do much about it. But I would still get it diagnosed, see if you genuinely have it or if it's just in your head.
I hear ringing, but I think it's nothing. Again, it hasn't happened in a while, so.
Yeah, mine hasn't happened probably a week after.
That's why I was freaking out, Nate. That's why I was freaking out. I'm like, you're gonna get your ears hurt.
See, I knew you were gonna start this. Oh, I told you.
I tried telling you. I'm like, you're gonna hurt your ears, Nate. Nate, you're gonna hurt your ears. You're like, no, I'm fine. I got this. And then, yeah, that happens.
But see, it's all fine now.
Okay, it's all fine. All fine. Ow.
Yeah, but the moral, the moral of the story, kids, genuinely, use hearing protection when you're around loud things, especially weapons and
a concert. If you have sensitive ears,
concerts. Be careful with that. Get some kind of hearing.
I've been to a concert, no hearing protection. My hearing was shit for about 3 days, maybe a week.
If you go in what's it called? If you go watch race cars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wear them because every time they pass you,
oh my god, it's so loud.
Yeah.
It's a lot louder than you'd think.
No, I believe it. It's loud on the TV if you have it on a certain volume.
Yeah, like I originally went with none when I was a little kid. It was just ungodly.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, like you gotta wear even if you go to like a party, it can be loud.
Yeah, bring big earmuffs to parties.
Or
you'll be the cool kid. You know why? Because you'll be able to hear when you're 40.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I know some adults that, well, they don't hear very well because they never believed in ear protection.
Yeah. At least if you're not gonna wear big earmuffs, get what are they called? Earplugs?
Yeah, earplugs.
Put them in your ear. Yeah, that's fine. You're not gonna be judged.
Yeah.
Well, you will be, but you're gonna judge them when they can't hear, when they're older. So
yeah,
who cares? Joke's on them. They can't hear.
Yeah, and even if you're not convinced by that, there are vets out there that I've talked to personally who they can't hear because the Army didn't wear hearing protection, and they're like, yeah, wear it. You will regret it.
Yeah.
And the ear hairs that break off, that sense of vibrations and all that, those don't grow back. So once you lose it, it's gone.
Yeah.
You can get hearing aids, but it's never the same again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know a kid in school that has hearing aids, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, I hope he's okay. He has hearing aids.
I imagine he's doing all right.
I hope. Yeah. There's that.
I'm thinking of the guy at work about how he doesn't hear good. I mean, he hears good, but he just doesn't.
I am like that.
And we say, "Oh, have you charged your hearing aid today?" And we really mess with him.
It's terrible.
And he's like, "Oh no, I haven't turned it up," and he doesn't have any.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a joke. And he's like, "Oh, I gotta turn it up."
That's good. That's funny.
Yeah.
Little co-workers having a little laugh.
A little laughy, a little giggle
while they're trying to drag through their workday.
Yeah, we're not stalling for time, are we?
I actually think we haven't been. That was a good PSA, I think.
Maybe.
Actually, where you be safe. Be safe. Actually.
Hey, schools, if you want us to do PSAs inside, Doing like an after school special.
The Gav and Nate PSA show.
Yes. We'd love to.
We would love to.
We'd love to.
We'd absolutely love to. You know what I love?
What do you love?
I don't know. What you gotta transition? Can't think of one.
I was gonna transition to so as of this episode 13 will have been uploaded to the Gavin Reviews Foodstuffs series. The first ever series on the Gav and Nate show. One of many to come.
Mm-hmm.
And we are nearly halfway to the season finale.
Jeez. Season finale is gonna be big.
Yeah, the season finale. What is the season finale, Gavin? What do you know about it?
From what you have told me, Nate, so
What I've told you.
From my sources, if I've heard them correctly, we are gonna go get G Fuel, and we're gonna rank them, like the energy drink G Fuels.
Yes.
And we're gonna rank them, and I think there's like 10 of those. I think there's like 8 or 10.
I think there's like 12 to 15.
There's 12 to 15. So, and there's 300 milligrams of caffeine in each.
Of the cans, we got to clarify. Make sure we clarify that, because there's a lot more of the actual powder, and I don't think we could fit all those.
I don't.
Maybe season 2, but
if we're feeling it, maybe.
Maybe if we get sponsored.
Yeah, right.
That'd be a fun thing.
That'd be funny if we got sponsored by G Fuel.
Yeah, but so it'd be we were planning to do 30 episodes of the first season, and then we have even bigger plans, believe it or not,
Ooh.
after that.
Woo! Bigger plans.
Which we're not going to clarify because some things could change. Things are kind of up in the air right now because of NSYNC and all that.
NSYNC's still out there.
Yeah.
Luckily, there's new shots you could take to get rid of NSYNC.
Yeah. Maybe we'll be able to do the big plans. We really want to.
Maybe, yeah.
But
are you gonna take the shot?
I haven't yet, but
you have to because of your job, right?
I don't have to.
Oh, you don't have to?
They can't force you.
Oh, okay, weird.
Legally, they can't force you.
Weird. I'm not gonna take it.
I thought about it, but like, I probably won't because of the whole crowd
vaccine
idea. If you've ever heard of it, it's like if so many people take it, then like I'll be fine.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm not gonna take. I mean, you know,
and like they already gave it out there, so I'd probably miss my shot.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the second round will come through.
Maybe
by that time I will. I just forgot to do the paperwork, basically.
Good job.
Is what I'm saying. I came in one day, they're like, okay, do you have the papers for the vaccine stuff? And I'm like,
oh,
what papers? And they're like, there's papers out there you can grab for the vaccine stuff. You have to put yes or no. And I'm like, I'm just going to put no because I didn't want to read through a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I'm not going to take it. I mean, I don't take the flu vaccine.
I don't either.
So,
I don't really get the flu.
I don't get it either. I've never had it.
I might have got it this past year, 2019.
But if that's the case, you're immune to it.
That strain. It changes every year.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't take it. So, but that's what that is.
Yeah.
G Fuel though.
G Fuel.
I'm gonna try out some cans of that.
Yes.
I don't know how we're gonna like fit all that like in this area. Like how we're gonna have them all laid out.
We're probably gonna have a big event for it.
Okay, cool.
It's the finale. We gotta do something special.
That's true.
We'd like to have maybe a collection of guests, do something big, like a big crossover or something.
With who?
With our friends and stuff.
Ben Shapiro?
Ben Shapiro?
I'd
love to have him on the show. I'd love to hear his thoughts on G Fuel.
Well, the G Fuel is actually really bad for your immune system, so I don't drink it.
That wasn't bad.
Thanks. Thanks. You should have this episode be called with special guest Ben Shapiro.
Oh, thanks for coming along, Ben.
Well, you're welcome. Nate, is that the name?
Yes, that is my name.
Nice to meet you.
Only my friends call me Nate, though.
Nice to meet you. Nathan.
No, we're friends, Ben.
Oh. Okay. All right. So G Fuel, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a 2 to 3 parter, I'd imagine.
3 parts? I think we're only going to do maybe like 2.
I don't know. We go for like 6 to 10 minutes.
We could do it at the one place at the park.
Park. Oh yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. That's a good idea.
Thank you. I'm full of them.
Sometimes.
Thanks. Thanks, man.
So we'll definitely try and get like Coleman and Alyssa and maybe your girlfriend.
Oh, she can make an appearance.
Yes.
Maybe. She wants to be on the show.
We'd love to have her.
Speaking of which, I was going to tell you about that. She wants to be on the podcast sometime.
Really?
Yeah.
It was kind of up in the air before, but
yeah.
She definitely wants to be on.
Yeah.
We'll have to get her sometime.
We'll have to get her.
We're going to have to get her after we do the actual spin-offs and Alyssa.
Yeah.
So it might be a little bit.
Yeah. I'll tell her that, though.
I'm thinking probably March to April.
That would work. I think that'd work for her. Yeah. I think we'll be together then.
I hope so.
No, I think we will.
That'd be really awkward.
Yeah. like I'll go back on this episode, hear that, and I'll cry.
I'm sorry, Emily.
I'm sorry. No, yeah, yeah. I think we'll be together then. I'm very happy. She seems happy, so yeah.
And she'll probably be more happy to hear that if she listens to these.
I'll tell her to listen to the new one that comes out on Wednesday for her answer. Because she wants an answer, and I'm not going to tell her until she watches it.
Answer about what?
The question about, you answered yes for the podcast, but like what time?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, she was asking if she could be on it, and then
yeah.
It feels weird people asking me permission for stuff. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I already said, yeah, I'm sure Nate doesn't care.
Yeah, I'd love to have her on. We've said it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what's going down.
Okay.
That's going down.
So big plans.
Big plans. Being made right here live.
So I guess you can look forward to the next episodes of this podcast because Alyssa's going to be on. After that is going to be
spin-offs.
Then
other ones, other movies.
A little while down the line, there's the Shrek 20th anniversary is coming up.
Big excited.
And the theatrical release, I believe, was March 21st, 2001.
I can look it up real quick, but keep talking.
And we have a podcast episode that's coming out on March 22nd. So we were kind of thinking, we like Shrek, we like the meme.
It actually came out. It came out April 22nd.
Oh, I'm retarded. So in April.
So like, yeah. Wait, the United States actually got it in May.
Oh. I don't know.
But like
March, April, May, we'll figure it out. But we wanted to do a big review of it. We've also thought of like reviewing other like big trilogies and movies, like Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
I haven't seen most of those. I've only seen the first one, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and we were thinking like Gavin likes the Indiana Jones movies.
Haven't seen him in a while.
But you said you liked them, right?
I liked them. You know what I liked? The Lego Indiana Jones game.
You did really.
So yeah, I'm basically an expert at Indiana Jones is what I'm trying to say because I played the Lego game.
Okay. Yeah, so we want to do those. That would probably be, since there's 4 of them, we would probably do 2 and 1.
Oh my god, there is 4.
Yeah,
I
4.
forgot about the 4th one.
Yeah. I've heard the last one's the worst one, but
we'll have to be the judge of that.
But yeah, we could do that for the upcoming 5th one next year, maybe.
Just the 5th
is it
one
next year? Yeah, it's gonna be directed by James Mangold. He's a good director.
What the hell? This is news to me.
Yeah, he directed Logan.
Wait, is Harrison Ford gonna be in it?
I believe so.
What the hell? How's that gonna work?
I don't know.
All right.
They'll be like, I'm Indiana Jones.
He's like, oh, I'm Indiana Jones.
I care about this franchise more than Star Wars.
Okay, whoa, bud.
He does. That's a fact.
Hang on, we'll talk about it when we review the movies. Further down the line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to do a new trivia section.
Trivia section?
On the, during the movies.
Oh, like trivia? Oh,
yeah,
gross.
trivia time.
You know I'm going to do really bad, but it would be funny.
Or not trivia time, but fun fact time or something.
Oh, okay. I mean. Yeah. You've done that before during some reviews.
Have
so.
I?
Yeah.
I don't remember the reviews.
Neither do I. But I remember, sometimes you'd be like, oh, fun fact about this.
Oh, fun fact?
You'd be like Ben Spiro. Fun fact about this moment in the movie. But yeah, that's that. And I'm very excited. That's excited.
Yeah.
It's exciting. Shrek's going to be really fun. That's going to be a fun time.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I got some opinions.
You do.
Nate doesn't like.
We have some conflicting opinions about that whole, called a...
Shrek's a trilogy.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's a... Wait a minute. Shrek 1, 2, 3.
What?
Shrek Forever After. What? What's wrong? And then there's Puss in Boots. I've never seen Puss in Boots.
Oh, we're gonna see Puss in Boots. That's what we're gonna watch. That
Should we?
should we?
I feel like it's inconsequential.
It's inconsequential. I feel.
Like, it's not a Shrek movie. It's a Shrek spin-off. So,
Do what do we want to?
let us know in the comments. Do you want us to do Puss in Boots? Do you guys care?
Puss.
Does anybody comment on these? Who knows?
Not really.
No. By the time they will.
Maybe this is what someone will be like, Puss in Boots.
If we get one comment asking for Puss in Boots by that time,
We'll do it.
we'll do it.
There you go. The stakes are high.
The stakes are very high. So that'll be 5 movies in one.
Jesus.
That'd be a lot.
I remember watching Puss in Boots in theaters.
You saw it in theaters?
Yeah, dude. I love Shrek.
I'll be honest. I didn't know it existed until I looked
Really?
up all the movies.
I had it on DVD as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't have it anymore though. We are also, speaking of Shrek, we're eventually gonna do a Shrek the Musical review.
Yeah, we want to do that as a separate one.
Mm-hmm.
Because we did that as my senior play and your first play?
My first ever musical.
Your first ever musical in
Mhm.
school. So,
And I have stories.
yeah, we both have stories, and I think that could fill an episode on its own, so we want to do that. It's just episode.
There's some interesting ones, some highs, some lows.
Some,
You might laugh, you might cry.
I might cry.
Yeah, you might. I might too.
We'll see.
I did cry at
Did
one
you cry?
point. Yeah.
When did you cry?
I'm not. We'll have to
I
wait.
cried.
Yeah.
But let's leave that for the... What?
I just didn't get it until like after I said yeah. I'm like, oh wait.
What?
Okay.
Speaking of future plans,
So Star Wars.
if movie releases keep up, I think there's a high chance that we'll review some big ones as they release. I would like. I think it'd be really fun.
Yeah.
So, but who knows with NSYNC?
Mm-hmm.
If we don't have any, we'll just get other topics, and stick to them, and be prepared for them. We'll be prepared for them.
Will we?
Yes, we
I will be. I promise I will be.
Again, definitely not stalling for time. All right, so for the impromptu topic of the day, so Gavin has been talking about this. I'm gonna close my book.
Yeah, because there's no need for this.
Yeah.
Throw it in the back.
Fuck.
That's gonna be good for audio listeners.
I hope that peaked.
I hope so too.
So, an impromptu movie review, because Gavin has been talking about this movie forever.
Almost a year.
Almost a goddamn year. And he's like, this is the best movie I've seen in a long while. It really speaks to my heart, and it's really great. He also said this about Frozen 2, mind you.
I did not say that this spoke to my heart about Frozen, you dick. I saw it twice in theaters though.
But I digress. You've been talking about the movie for a long time. And it came onto HBO Max, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll watch it.
Yes.
What do I have to lose? 2 hours of my life? Yes.
Hey.
But what else? Not much. So we were talking about the King of Staten Island.
Hell yeah.
It is a Pete Davidson movie.
His first big
well-
theatrical starring movie.
Actually, I should credit it to Judd Apatow, the director,
He's made good, funny movies.
and also bad movies like Trainwreck. But
I haven't watched Trainwreck, so.
I've seen.
Is it a
clips of
train wreck?
Yeah, that was the big meme about it.
Oh, wow.
Was that Trainwreck is a Trainwreck? Even though it has Bill Hader, it still looks like a very cringy movie.
Wow, Bill Hader. Almost everything he touched turns to gold.
Yeah, Bill Hader's really funny.
He is.
He's a really funny guy.
But Judd Apatow made Knocked Up. Knocked Up.
I think it's Knocked Up. Seth Rogen one.
Seth Rogen, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he made. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any others one.
I see.
40-Year-Old Virgin, I believe.
That was funny.
That was funny.
I like that.
That was like Steve Carell's breakthrough.
Was it?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
I'm pretty sure The Office was.
No. The 40-Year-Old Virgin came out before The Office,
Are
I
you
think.
sure?
I think so.
Tell us in the comments below which one came out first.
I think 40-Year-Old Virgin did. He's made many other movies that are funny.
Yeah. But so
Clever, very well written. But yeah.
So I wouldn't call it that clever.
Yeah, you're fine. Fine, whatever. Continue.
So Judd Apatow, very interesting career as a director.
He's a veteran.
He's a veteran director with the help of Pete Davidson and his own personal story of sorts. I learned from his own life. They're putting into the story, and it's okay. It is fine. So, actually, Gavin.
Yes, what's up?
You not having seen it in a while.
You know what time it is. You know
Rewind time.
The folks that know what time it is. Talking about a movie.
What's the story, Gavin?
Okay. Time to remember shit. So there's this guy with big fucking bags under his eyes. His name's Pete Davidson, a.k.a. Pete? Is that his name in the movie? I don't know. It's not Pete.
It's Scott.
Scott. Yeah, it is Scott. Yeah. So Scott is a depressed 20-year-old wannabe tattoo artist.
I think he's 25.
25 tattoo artist who...
Artist
with humongous quotes. Yes. We'll get into that later. He smokes a lot of dope, drugs.
I don't think he does anything hard though.
No, I think he just does.
I think they sell hard stuff in the movie, but it's never shown that he actually does hard stuff.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, so he's a kid whose dad died. He was a firefighter. Was he a firefighter in I think 9/11, right?
No, that's
just Pete Davidson's.
That was the real story.
That's his real story. He just died in a fire, right?
Yeah, he just died in some hotel fire.
In a hotel fire, his dad died, and ever since then, he just has not been the same because he bummed out. He loved his dad so much, and
even though he only knew him for 7 years of his life, but continue.
Still, it's kind of harsh to lose a family member, but
that's hard. But I don't remember what I was doing at 7, so how much of a memory does he really have of him?
I don't know.
But continue. But the story.
He grows up, and he's grown up around pretty bad people.
I would say so.
Really bad friends. He grows up around really bad people, which make him, in turn, a very not a very bad person, but a bad person. A very arrogant, bad, self-centered person.
Mm-hmm. I'd say that's a good summation of his personality.
Thanks. And his mom, who's been single for God knows how many years, I think, right? Years.
Yeah, a while.
He finds this guy, Bill Burr.
I'll be honest, I didn't know that was Bill Burr at first.
He looks way different, doesn't he?
His face looked familiar, and the whole movie I was trying to see if I could pinpoint him, and I did guess it was Bill Burr when I looked it up.
He doesn't look like him, at all. Which is
he's got a big mustache.
He's got a knocking mustache.
He's got a gnarly looking mustache.
It's really good.
It's pretty impressive. I gotta give it to him.
You gotta give it that. He has a mustache, and he wins her over with the mustache, and they've been dating for about a couple months at this point. And Scott does not a clue in the world because he's too busy doing drugs and being with his friends and being a bum. And so eventually, his mom's like, "Okay, you gotta meet my son because that's a part of my family." They have a dinner. I think it's kind of awkward. Well, wait, hang on. No, she tells him about the boyfriend, and then they go to a dinner, I think, right?
Yeah, them as the couple go to dinner at the place that he works.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, hey." Oh, hey.
What's going on? Oh, you didn't mention the part about his kid.
Oh, Bill Burr?
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Oh, no, see, this is what I mean. I remember...
This was a big plot point.
It kind of was. It was important. Is he...
okay.
Remind me.
As Pete Davidson, Scott, whatever you want to call him.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Pete Davidson and his kid get close. Right?
No.
No?
Yes, but no.
Yes, but no. He walks him to school.
So Pete Davidson and his friends are sitting on some beach or something.
Oh yeah,
the kid comes
they
up.
They give him a tattoo.
He starts to give him a tattoo.
And that was Bill Burr's kid.
Yes.
And he yells at him. He's like, "What the? That's how they meet."
Yeah. He goes,
"God, I'm stupid."
And a waste of space and all this. He really reams him a new one in front of his mother.
Yeah, I'm really dumb. I'm sorry. This was big. This is how the mom and him meet. I'm fucking retarded. Anyway, they meet. They mingle. They meet Pete. Pete's like, And
he's like, "Dude, this is so weird," because
he's like, "What the fuck?"
Because he's a firefighter.
He's a firefighter. So was his dad. And look, I'll get into that later. But like, yeah, they basically then they keep getting into like the dad and Pete Davidson. They're trying to get close. Like the dad's trying his best to like get closer with Pete, but it's really hard because Pete's an angsty boy.
Angsty.
And he's like, "They're not my dad."
If he was a DC clown character, he would have angst tattooed on his forehead.
Oh my God, stop it. No, do not. That's terrible. Come on. He'd be a better Joker than Jared Leto, I'm sure.
No.
No? Okay, whatever.
So. I don't think he has the range for it.
Maybe. Anyway, he tries his best to like, get closer to him. That doesn't work. Pete then gets thrown into a pool. He gets body slammed into a pool by Bill Burr. And like the mom sees that and she's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, why? Like, why? That's what she says. And then basically she's on parole from both of them. She doesn't want to see them for a while. She doesn't see them for a while.
She's kind of a cunt herself after this, I just want to mention, but we'll get to it later. And this is the perfect opportunity for them to get closer because, Pete doesn't have a place to be because he gets kicked out by his mom. Right? I'm pretty sure he gets kicked out. Yeah, he gets kicked out.
He gets straight up kicked out.
They both get kicked out at the same time.
Yeah. And so I think Bill Burr character lives in the fire department, which I think a lot of firefighters do, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of them did.
Yeah. And Pete's like, I have nowhere to go. Can I like fucking crash here?
He's like, yo, I need a bed.
Yeah. And the dad's like, this is a good way to like bond with him. And they slowly,
That's not how it went.
No, it's not.
He was an asshole and he didn't believe him at all.
Yeah, he didn't believe in him because, Bill Burr.
It wasn't until Steve Buscemi talked to Bill Burr.
Steve Buscemi, he's such a small character, but he's very important to the story.
He's very important.
But like, he's a very small character. He gives a good speech too, but like.
I wasn't expecting him to be in this movie.
I wasn't expecting him to be that good.
I wasn't expecting all these people. Marissa Tomei is in this movie too. That's the mom.
Judd Apatow's daughter's in this movie.
I saw that on the cast list.
That's kind of wild.
Who was she? Was that the daughter?
Yeah.
Was that a sister?
No, was that the girl that she fucked? No, it was Pete's sister, I think.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the girl that he was fucking.
Yeah.
That was a weird plot line.
No. Yeah. The sister.
That's another thing I didn't like about the movie.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
The Judd Apatow's daughter is Pete's sister, though.
Okay. That makes sense because his maybe girlfriend was like really trashy.
Yeah,
so I wouldn't want my daughter to be playing a trashy character either.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't care, but
I kind of would because like.
Hey, movie. Hey, it's Hollywood. Anyway, though. Yeah.
I don't know. People perceive you as the things you act.
That's true.
You act like a tough guy. You look like a tough guy.
I guess. Anyway, though, they get closer as as they keep, like, for weeks and months, maybe a month. They live together, basically.
2 days, a week, a month. Depends who you ask.
It's a montage. It's a montage. We'll just say a month.
Yeah,
that sounds
he's, like,
scrubbing
floors and stuff, and he's like, I'm learning.
He's like, I'm actually learning a responsibility.
Yeah.
and Bill Burr's like, yeah, you are. You actually are.
Right.
You're right.
You're right.
And then Action Bronson comes in. Action Bronson's the fat guy that has, like, the head damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, he got stabbed.
Oh, yeah, he got stabbed. He's the rapper. He's a rapper in real life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, like, Action Bronson appears. And, like, Pete's like, oh, shit, I'm the only one here. Because the other firefighters, I think, they're either at a bar or they're doing an actual job.
They're out on a call.
Yeah, on a call, right. And then he's the only one there. He's like, oh, shit. And then he's like, he walks him all the way to the doctors, I think.
He drives him in
a fire.
It was some kind of vehicle for the firefighters.
Yeah, and he drives them, and he's there, and that's when Bill Burr character is like, "Damn, you do got some responsibility. You do care. You actually do care about.
You're a decent human being.
You care about people that aren't you.
Wow,
that's kind of wacky." And a lot of it's fuzzy from here, but I'm trying to remember. Because
I'm fuzzy on it too.
I didn't like the ending. I remember that. It was kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah.
I think eventually Pete's like, yeah, I don't care if you date my mom or whatever.
Yeah, it was something with Bill Burr and his shirt off. Oh, he lets him tattoo him.
He does. Yeah, he's like, I trust you enough to give me a tattoo.
Yeah, and this part really made me angry because he's like, oh, none of this shit. And you think Pete is gonna grow and be responsible and all this, but he draws like fucking stupid shit all over his back, and he's like, nothing stupid, and he does draw something stupid. And they play it off as a joke, but it's like he trusted him, and he built all that trust, and now it's lost. So after the movie, and he finds out, he's gonna be really pissed. So
I think it's funny.
What's the?
I think it's funny.
It was funny, but if you think about it, like, this is a drama, and it's gonna have like consequences. It's not gonna be good between these characters.
I guess I didn't mind it, but yeah,
it's a big just
at the
tonal shift,
and at the
it doesn't work.
Then what does fucking Pete do? He like moves, right?
He gets back with his girlfriend, and she's like taking her tests and stuff, and then it ends with him like waiting for her for a couple hours, being a simp. Okay. I think that was the end of the movie.
Come on now.
And that was basically it.
Oh yeah, he was waiting for hours, but he was looking around at the city. He's like, I might as well look around. I think that's.
Yeah, I think he's like,
let me explore the world.
Yeah.
And that's King of Staten Island.
Yes. Now thoughts.
I like the movie. You know that. Nate especially knows it because I've been telling him for like half a year. This movie's very good.
You say it's good, but tell me what you liked about it.
I just like Pete Davidson. I've told you that. I like him a lot. As a comedian, he's very funny. I think.
As a presence, I like him, but in this movie, I don't know.
He plays his douchey. You are meant to hate him, and he does such a good job at making you hate him.
I don't know. I feel like you're supposed to feel sorry for him. I feel like there's points in the movie.
No, you're supposed to hate him. At the beginning, you're supposed to hate him, like hardcore. I'm pretty sure because he's like a douchey self. You know.
But then you're supposed to like him the more as it goes
on,
right? See, I felt the opposite. I felt bad for him because he's in this bad situation, and then I started thinking, like, it's a long time to just sit on your ass and feel sorry for yourself. Like, at a point, like, I get it. Losing your father figure, it's hard. I've never had to experience it. I'm sure it's hard, but there's a point where you need to take responsibility for yourself and get off your ass.
Yeah, and he really doesn't.
And he doesn't. And then I thought the saving grace was going to be this kind of character study of like how he's depressed and he doesn't want to show it, and he just builds this wall against people, and you kind of see that. But for the most part, he just
he does it with his friends. It's showed in the beginning, like the first scene where they're like smoking together, and how he makes like he's like, oh yeah, I made a tattoo of the date my dad died, and they're like, you know, they're kind of like, oh, I don't feel so bad. He's like, oh, don't be, I'm alright, I promise. And he's clearly, you could tell in his face, he's not. He's still kind of low.
And they're like, dude, we joke about it all the time.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, we're fine. And then he's like, you can tell he's sad about it still. But he doesn't.
I like that because
it's good character development, and it shows like what he like as a human, and it's relatable too.
Yeah,
a lot of people do that. Like a lot of people like hide their feelings and true feelings from people because they just want to be like. They want to be like all squeaky clean and everything's fine on the surface.
Yeah, and I thought that was good for the first like 20 minutes because there's
the first like half of this movie I think is so good like as character wise.
Yeah,
a lot of the characters are established very well. I think.
Yeah, I think this movie kind of mirrors Soul for me in a way, if I can make that weird.
That's a very
comparison
weird connection
but
there.
Hear me out. The first like half an hour is pretty great around this character that's interesting and this idea, and then once the ball starts gets rolling, everything's set up. We have Bill Burr, and now that story's happening, and I thought that was just weird and odd and not compelling at all.
I think it makes sense though, like the next thing of plot where it's like, oh yeah, they're like the mom and Bill Burr character, hook up, because I think it shows that like the mom's moved on.
I guess, but it also felt unnatural because the way they meet is it's just so unnatural. Like he gives this kid a tattoo, this thing that is almost permanent. You can get it removed nowadays, but it's very expensive. And I still think it leaves a little bit of residue or something.
It's very light, but yes. But yeah, he like stabs him, I think, once, right?
No, he gets a line going.
Oh yeah,
It's like
it's a line.
Yeah, and
he's like, Daddy.
But yeah, and he calls him so many names. He freaks out, and Marissa Tomei, his mom, is there, and she defends her son. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry for my son's behavior and all this and that and this and that." But at the end of the day, she's still defending her son, and she seemingly doesn't care for this guy at her door screaming at her son when she can just berate her son later. And so I find it just really weird when Bill Burr comes back later and he's like, "Hey, you want to go on a date?"
No, he's like, he apologizes. Like, he's like, wants to apologize to.
Well, yeah, he apologizes, and then he's like, he says this. He's like, "Oh, this might sound crazy. Well, would you want to go get a coffee?"
Yeah, because he's like, "I'm sorry, man. Like, you want to get coffee, maybe talk about, you know."
No, he already said sorry.
Yeah.
The coffee is, he's trying to shoot his shot.
Yeah.
There's no apologies after.
He apologizes when his kid and Pete are still there. I'm pretty sure.
No, he apologizes after the fact.
Okay, yeah.
Well, he apologizes a little bit when he finds out the father isn't there.
He's like, "Oh, shit."
He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Mm-hmm.
But then he's still an asshole, present to her son.
Yeah, but I feel like also...
And later on, when she's dating him and he freaks out on her son, and he assaulted him, as she said, and he kind of did.
In a
but
way,
it was
just
just too much.
He didn't hit him. He just kind of like...
Yeah, he diffused it. I think he did the best in that situation.
And body slammed his ass into a pool.
Hey, it's into a pool. He was fine.
Yeah, Pete's just like, "What the fuck? My clothes."
Yeah. But, like, I just feel it was so unnatural how they got together. And I felt it was kind of wrong. And it showed how, like, women go for these guys that are assholes so easily. When they're like, "Oh, sorry, I freaked out on your son." And the same goes for the girlfriend character for Pete Davidson, where he's this bum. He has nothing going in his life, but then every time he goes back and he sees this girl,
he's like, "Damn."
She's like, "Oh, I'm trying to make you jealous, and don't you even care?" and all this, and it's like, he has literally nothing going for him. So why do you care about him? I don't care if he's got a big cock. But it bothers me when... I don't mean to sound like an SJW, but it's just a character thing in movies. But I hate it when female characters are written so poorly, and you can see, like, the male bias going into these characters of, "Oh yeah, women always go after trashy men," and it's like, it's not even addressed at all. It's just like a thing that happens. And it kind of bothers me that, like...
I feel like they getting together, I think it was fine. Because, like...
I don't think so.
Well, because the mom hasn't dated anyone in, what,
Right.
17... No, like 20 years. No, 18 years.
Almost 20 years. I don't know.
18 years.
A long time.
18 years. And she's like...
So now she goes to this guy who's an asshole?
But, like, he
That's
might
who she
be...
goes to?
But, like, but she's a stay-at-home mom, I'm pretty sure, right?
And
And then maybe this is the first guy that's like, "Hey, you know, I'm kind of interested in you." Maybe
I
she's
doubt
like...
that. With Marissa Tomei...
No, but she's a stay-at-home mom. She doesn't really go out a lot. Or when she does, you know, it's just like that. It's pretty quick. I feel like it's probably like that.
Right, but then she's like... They're talking about marrying and moving in together and, like...
Well, I actually agree.
And then she kicks him out so easily.
Well,
After they were going to move in together and stuff. It just doesn't feel...
Well, here's the thing. I think that Pete has I don't agree with Pete in the sense, well, because he's playing his character, again, he plays him really good. And I think he's, like, one of the better characters throughout the whole thing, even though he's hated. Like, he's meant to be hated.
I think,
but,
I agree with that.
Plays his character extremely well, to a T almost.
Yeah, he was a very good actor.
But, like...
He was putting on a very good performance.
Yeah.
For what it was.
Yeah. And, like, I feel like, you know, again, like, I agree with Pete in the sense that why would you want to move in already that fast and get married that fast?
Well, I think it was months, but
still, it's months.
Yeah.
Like
True.
months is still not a long time. But I don't agree with Pete, and this is why. This is what they wrote him like this. I don't agree that his mom, that he's basically sheltering his mom from seeing any other dudes.
I think that's natural. Actually, I don't know. I don't know much about those kind of relationships where it's like getting a new dad and all that. Yeah, you know that.
I know about that.
But it's always portrayed in movies and shows and all this that like there's always resentment toward it.
Well, because it's because Pete like he's used to his mom not having anyone.
Well, like, he also said he's fine with her shopping around, but like she shouldn't go for the first one, and that's a very valid argument. And his sister said that too, but then she's like, well, if he makes her happy, then that's fine. And it's like, well, if you think about it, if you use your brain for 2 seconds, just because somebody makes you happy doesn't mean the best end all be all, because there could be somebody out there that makes you even happier.
Yeah, that's
and you've
true.
had that experience.
Yeah, I have.
You were happy with, let's call her
Asterisk.
D. Let's call her D. There's nothing
Dick.
wrong with
Yeah. Let's call her Dick Tracy.
Yeah, you were happy with D, seemingly, but then you guys broke up, mutually, it seems, right? As far as I got this right?
Yes, kind of.
I mean, you broke up with her, I'm pretty sure, right?
I didn't break up with her.
I thought you broke. Anyways, so you guys broke up.
I got with another girl.
Yeah, and then you got with another girl. Fast forward, now you're with Emily, and you're happier than when you were happy before.
That's true.
So, using that logic, just because she's happy with this guy doesn't mean she wouldn't be happier with a different guy.
Yeah.
Who is more successful.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, it is a valid argument, but like again, I kind of agree with the sentiment that if he makes you happy, cool, go for it. You might as well try. That's what I mean. I tried.
I don't know. It's
like,
especially when it's the first time you've been dating in decades,
almost 2 decades. Yeah,
just about 2 decades. It just seems silly that this.
It's weird that they want to marry in months that they've been dating. That's weird. I agree with Pete. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and we think it's months, but a big problem I have with this movie is the time.
I think it's months.
It's never clear how much time has passed in between.
I want to say it's about half a year. It seems like it's half a year timeline. Maybe.
See, I couldn't tell you. I think it's months, but I couldn't tell you past that.
I don't know. But yeah, I agree in Pete with that, with like the whole getting mad about the marriage thing. But like other than that, I feel like it's fine that if the guy makes her happy, they've been on dates. They went to New York City. I think there's one scene.
Honeymoon
they've
phase
been
and all that,
been the honeymoon phase lasts like over a year.
Yeah, so
but like that's why I kind of like don't like marrying in months.
Yeah, I think many relationships fail because they go straight away, or they have kids and they marry out of wedlock. And
I mean, I believe in like if you find the one and you're positive on that, then yeah, I mean you can try, but if it doesn't work out in the end, that's your fault. If it doesn't work out,
yeah, it's always your fault in the end. But like you should, I don't know. Besides real life relationships, I think this one was very flawed in its logic.
Maybe, but I think it's whatever. I want to say that like I think that Judd Apatow's daughter is actually pretty good in this film.
I thought she was fine.
She was fine. She was good, I think.
She didn't give me anything spectacular.
She didn't really have a lot of lines, but like she balances out Pete, and I think she does that very well. They have like very good chemistry. I feel
in, like 2 scenes.
But you could believe that they're brother and sister though if you just like listen to what they say and how.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty well written.
Yeah, like that whole scene where you told me in one of the sources the scene you didn't like. I like that scene a lot because it shows.
I liked it up until that outburst.
Yeah, I like that whole.
We're talking about the scene where they're in her room.
This is like 40 minutes in, I think.
No, it's pretty early.
Really? Is it 20 maybe?
I think it's probably like 20 to 30 minutes. It's pretty early. And basically his sister's going to college. She's moving out like the next day or something. And it's like her going away party. And his sister is talking about how he needs to take it easy on mom. and that he's just like makes everything harder for everybody because they're always worrying about him.
Because he brings them down. I think that's what she said. Like,
I think it was more about how people worry about him.
yeah,
because they're worried that he's going to hurt himself, and then he goes into an outburst of how if he was going to hurt him or if something was going to hurt him, he would do it, and most would be like it or something, and he'd be the one to do it. And I just found that outburst kind of not realistic, because I feel like somebody wouldn't outburst and say something like that. Like, usually people that I've known that have hurt themselves because of like depression, they don't straight out say they're going to hurt themselves. They just do it.
I don't mind that outburst, because when you're mad, and he was mad during that scene, when you're mad, you say a lot of things you don't want to say or like you don't mean. And I feel like he was mad in that scene.
Yeah, but it was said in almost a jokey way, in a very dark humor kind of way. Like, oh, if it was going to happen, I'd do it myself. And like, I feel like a real conversation, you would keep that contained to yourself, because
it's your sister,
don't want people to worry, but people still worry because they're not telling you everything.
Maybe, but I also think it's, there's brother and sister, so I feel like they're closer than more humans. Like, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Because I'm close to my sister.
I was pretty close, and I don't think I would have ever said anything like that.
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I've said things that are very, very dark, and I didn't mean it before. And I feel like it's fine the way it is.
I don't know.
But like, he says it nonchalantly because he doesn't think it's a big deal, and that's another good thing, because like he thinks all the stuff he says doesn't have any consequences when they do.
Yeah.
But that's also just part of his character, I think, and that's why I like the character a lot. I really like the first scene where he's just driving and he has his eyes closed. It's like he wants to kill himself.
Oh, I told you earlier I have a funny story.
Oh, yeah.
That. So when I first started watching on HBO Max, for some reason, it started in Spanish. So the first time that Pete Davidson spoke, he like barely gets out of the way of the guy, and he almost hits him and runs him. He says, "I'm sorry," and it was in Spanish, and it really caught me off guard. Like, what the fuck? Was that Pete? Because I had the subtitles on too, and it said, "I'm sorry," and I'm like, what? I had to change it. It was kind of funny.
I think that scene's really good, though. That's like a really good first scene, because he's trying to kill himself.
Yeah.
Like, that's him trying to die, but he's like, no, I probably shouldn't, and he veers. He says, "I'm sorry," like, to himself and to the guy. And I think that's a really good first scene in anything.
I feel like it was more to the guy for... He's sorry he almost brought him into that kind of situation.
Yeah, but because it could be read as, like, he's saying it to himself, too.
Yeah, I think definitely up for interpretation.
Yeah. But I just think the characters, I think, are the best part of the movie.
Yeah. Pete's character is pretty well written.
I think him and Judd Apatow wrote it.
Yeah, I think he's on the writing team, the credits and stuff.
Yeah, because it's like an autobiography. He said that it's like doing this movie was like therapy for him too.
Yeah, I think I read that somewhere.
Because he's like, he never really talks about his dad. He just says, yeah, he died in 9/11.
Oh, I want to talk about that. So I thought that was the thing, and I was expecting that to come up in the movie, where I had heard that his dad died in 9/11 in the movie. And so I was expecting it to be this big reveal, and it never was. Like, even up until the end, but then somebody mentions that he was in a hotel fire, and I thought it was going to come up that was actually a lie.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, somebody mentioned that they were there, and I'm like, oh, okay. That must have been the real thing. But then it made me wonder, why didn't they go with that?
Because if it's too much like an autobiography... Well, 9/11 is very touchy, too.
Well, I have a couple theories. I think, and I hope this is the reason, because this is why I would have went with it. So the reasoning with the hotel one, I think, is because 9/11 was a big event. Mm-hmm. It was a very tragic event that happened. And if you put something like that in the movie, I think that's the thing people would focus on and be thinking about the whole movie, is like, what can be expanded upon that?
Yeah.
and would think that's the focus of the movie, of that, like, this guy is focused, or he's connected to 9/11 and all that, and the trauma that surrounded that, and maybe some kind of aftermath he had to deal with. But instead of having that, and in unintentionally making that the focus of the movie, they just changed it to something not insignificant because it was a hotel fire, but less massive. They made it so the point of the movie was Pete Davidson's character and his trauma from just the regular firefighter thing, and not 9/11, the whole big event. You know what I mean?
Well, I think the character was why they did that. Yeah, I think that they wanted to focus on Pete Davidson as a character, like his character in the movie, Scott, rather than focus, because 9/11 is a big thing. A hotel fire, like you said, a hotel fire isn't. It's not bad. It's bad.
Yeah, it's bad,
but it's not as big as 9/11.
Yeah, it's not as recognizable, and it doesn't have that in people's brains the whole time instead of focusing on Pete.
Yeah, and I think that's why they did it, and I think that's fine how they did it.
And also, maybe it was because for like the casual viewer, it would have been like, oh, of course he died in 9/11, right?
Yeah, because it's like, oh, it's too generic, of course.
Yeah, and then they'd feel like assholes after watching and maybe reading an article like, oh shit, his dad actually did pass away in 9/11.
Yeah, and I think that could be a reason too, honestly. But like, I think that around the movie, it's they don't really focus on that a lot. So
no,
he's a big part of the movie.
He's the main part of the movie.
He's like the main.
It's named after him.
Yeah.
Well, it is, but like the King of Staten Island also didn't make sense of a title for me.
It's because that's what he thinks of him as, maybe.
He's from Staten Island.
He is from Staten Island. I think it takes place in Staten Island.
Yeah, it's in Staten Island. It's set all across the movie.
Yeah.
But I would never consider him, like, ironically or unironically, the king.
It's because I think it's because he envisioned himself as that, maybe.
I don't know. I never got that impression. Like, he was just a guy, and he had a sad, traumatic situation happen to him, and then these events unfolded, but there was nothing like he made contacts around the city or the island, and now everybody knows him, and he's nicknamed the King of Staten Island. Like, there was nothing like that. Like, it just, nothing ever tied to the title at all.
I don't know. Who cares? I mean, who cares if it ties in? It's just super small. It's
the title of the movie.
Okay, that's such a small thing,
though. A good and meaningful title is very important to any story.
I don't know. That's so small, in my opinion. It's a title of a movie.
Like, I'll give you an example. The Walking Dead of the show. The show Walking Dead. So that kind of weird.
Yes.
But you would think it's about the walkers, right? The zombies.
Yeah.
But it's not. There's a story that Rick tells. He says it in the books, the comic books, in the show, where his grandfather fought in World War II, right? And there was always this uncertainty about them, that they would live through the war because it was such a dangerous time and situation to be in. And they would just consider themselves dead the entire time. Until the war was over. Then when the war was over, you were alive. Came back to life because you were a human again and you were safe. And so it's kind of like that, where the zombies in the apocalypse, until you're out of the situation, you're considered dead. And we're the Walking Dead. It's a meaningful title.
Sure, but like, I don't really. It's a title. Like,
I think you underestimate how much a good title is worth.
Eh.
The Catcher in the Rye. I love that book, and I love what the title means and what it's referring to. Do you remember what it's referring to?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Okay, I'll summarize it real quick, just to make sure. So,
it's at the end he says it. I'm pretty sure, right? At the end of the book.
He says it about the middle.
Just about the middle? I think he says it at the end.
It's about the middle, I think.
And he's talking about the carousel. I'm pretty sure. That's when he says it.
Maybe. Yeah, I think it is maybe at the carousel. Basically, the meaning is he imagines a bunch of kids playing in a rye field. Beautiful rye field, which is life. And he imagined this cliff just off the edge of the field. And the edge of the cliff, and
It's
down
like-
below is
It's
like
like
real
adulthood.
life.
It's adulthood.
And he wants to catch them before they fall off.
Because you gotta stay a kid forever.
Yeah,
And in Holden's mind,
yeah. Holden.
Caulfield.
Yeah, he thinks he knows what real life is, and he kind of does. From what I remember,
Sort of, but he
been a
just
while.
wants to be a kid.
Yeah, he just wants to be a kid, and so he wants to
doesn't
catch
wanna-
them before they fall off the rye field.
Which he fell off the rye field, and
Yeah.
that's why he.
And so, being of that, and that idea, he would be the catcher in the rye.
Look, and yeah,
A good title.
for
It's
a
a
really
very
good,
satisfying.
for a super good book.
Yeah, it's very good. I love
So good.
Like it's very.
It's one of my favorite books that I've read,
Oh yeah.
and I don't like reading.
I actually unintentionally took the copy that we got in school.
Wow, you're just gonna put that on the podcast, huh?
Yeah.
Like-
I told Mrs. Hockeyberry, and she said keep it.
Oh, okay, cool.
As I think it did.
It's a good book, though. I understand. Like, it's a really good book.
Actually,
I
no.
would want to. I want to reread it.
Yeah,
sometime.
I've been thinking about rereading it.
Like, I need to get a hardcover version of it and then read
Maybe
it.
we should review it for the podcast.
A book review. Holy crap,
Maybe.
that's different.
Maybe.
A book review. Wow.
If you'd actually read.
It'll take a while, but I'll get there.
It's only. I think
It's a
only
good
200
book.
pages.
It's 200 something, I think.
Yeah.
It's not long. It's not really a long book. The
No.
chapters are very short, so most of them are. Some of them are long, but like
But yeah, do you get my point about a good title? Though?
I get it, but like
a good
I don't.
title is.
But I,
It's satisfying. It just makes sense to the audience.
and maybe there is a meaning to King of Staten Island that we don't know about.
Maybe. But I didn't get it.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying it can't affect a movie, but sometimes it's not really. It's okay if it's not needed. You could still have a good movie and not have the greatest title,
Right.
which is what I think of a movie. So,
I'm trying to think of something good that doesn't have a good title.
I'm trying to think as well. Bo Rat.
Baby Driver.
Oh.
Baby Driver is not the greatest title in my opinion, but it's like my favorite movie of all time.
Damn, I need
this
to
guy
watch
named
that.
Baby, and he's a driver, so
That's so original. Wow.
like Baby Driver, but like I don't know. I feel like it's I don't know. It's original, but also it's kind of off-putting to new people. Like, what does he drive babies around? I've gotten that before, and I recommend it to people. What is it? A sequel to The Pacifier? I've gotten that too.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I guess there you go. So yeah, and I think the movie. Do you want to conclude this?
I just want to say one thing. I think the movie is ugly.
What do you mean?
I don't think the shots are creative.
Eh.
I think the
I think the shots are
cinematography.
fine.
I think the cinematography is very mediocre,
I think it's fine.
and that's
It's
my closing remarks.
It's uneventful and uninspired, but
Right,
they're
but
just basic, and that's nothing wrong with that.
yeah, but you
I
can get
wish he
creative
was-
with your work.
I do wish sometimes they would do like a little more creative. I love cinematography, like great cinematography.
Yeah, you can have creative stuff like that in a drama. Like there doesn't have to be this massive like space battle in Star Wars to have this gorgeous like view. Like you can have some simple stuff.
But I don't think it's ugly. Like that's a little too much.
I think it's ugly. Combined with the mediocre cinematography and the filter that's over the whole movie, which I don't mind because it's a drama and dramas look like that usually. I just think the combination just looks kind of ugly.
I think they're fine. I think the shots they're just fine. They're forgetful, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's my closing remarks.
My closing remarks is it's a great movie, and I still recommend it to people.
All right. So
I still give it. What did I give
What's
it?
your rating?
I gave it an 8 out of 10 the first time I saw it. I'm gonna stick with that.
I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
So I gave it on Letterboxd, and that's why I'm gonna give it here.
Mm.
I didn't like it, but I can see the impact it could have on people. But I just thought it could have been a lot more, and what kind of message it wanted to take. I wouldn't recommend it.
I would.
I think it could be very. Just forget it. I'll probably forget about it.
I'm not gonna forget about it. It's one of my favorite movies I've seen in years. Like that isn't animated wise.
You are allowed to have that opinion, even if it's wrong.
It's not wrong though. If I saw correctly, people they think it's pretty good. Like it's good.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it.
When it came out, it was like, yeah, it's a pretty good movie. That's about it though.
Were the trailers like, this thing's got an 80% Rotten Tomatoes?
No, they weren't. The trailer's just like, watch it.
Watch it.
You want to rent it?
Oh, I have something.
What?
I have a question. There was a scene in the trailer where they went to the graveyard. Where was that? I was waiting for that the entire movie.
You know
That's
what?
the scene that put me off in the movie, and I got to give props. It would have been a 4 out of 10 if they had that scene, but
Well, I think a lot of movie trailers do that. Like they
it
don't.
was just weird because I
Like
was also,
Borat, you know Borat, like subsequent movie film, the new Borat that came out.
Borat, not Borat.
Sorry, Borat. Sorry.
So you gotta say it right because I keep on thinking you're gonna say Borat,
Borat.
like Bohemian Rhapsody.
I'm sorry. You know what I mean though.
I do now. Let me clarify it.
Sorry, 70% of that trailer, it's not in the movie.
I haven't really seen that trailer or the movie.
I saw the movie once. It was not as good as the first one, but
I haven't seen it.
there's nothing wrong with the movie actually.
Yeah, I was also thinking of like where it led in because I think it had his sister there and his mom there.
Maybe they were like
Maybe a dog or something.
Maybe like Bill Burr in one of the the takes, he was supposed to die.
No, because he was like, oh, there's where Dad was buried.
That's probably where. Yeah.
Oh, look, Dad's still dead.
That'd be too much. Like what?
Yeah, I thought that was really.
That would be
distasteful.
unneeded.
That's what took me out of the. That's what made me not want to watch the movie because
I'm glad it wasn't in the movie. Yeah. So, I completely forgot about
maybe
that.
I have to watch the trailer again, see what it's about because I'm curious where that scene would fit in because I know it exists. It's in my brain cells.
Maybe it's like at the end, like before Pete. No, before I don't know.
No, it'd have to be somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably most likely before she goes to college.
Maybe like the day.
Yeah,
like
maybe
they
the day
go
of,
there
like,
and then they go back to the scene where they bicker at each other. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe because that was weirdly placed. Like they're at the party and then
Boom.
right after they're in her room.
Yeah.
That's another problem with the movie I have is like it feels like scenes are missing. This feels like it almost could have been maybe a short series on HBO Max or something.
Oh, if it was a series, I'd shit my pants.
Like it feels like there could have been more. And you could have fleshed out the relationship more to make it make sense why she's with him, but then also like why she would give him up so quickly.
Maybe, I don't know. But I think the movie's still good and I still recommend it to people.
I wouldn't. But that's all I got. I'm spent on that.
Yeah. We took a lot. That was a lot. But it was a good
It's more than I thought.
The movie has a lot of good talking points.
Well, an impromptu movie review for you guys there because someone wasn't prepared for the real ones.
All right, well.
So next time Alyssa will be here, we will be talking about something. We're gonna have to figure out what.
Christ.
Well,
we have to. Maybe we can text her in the group chat and be like, "Hey, what's a movie you want to watch?" or some shit.
Yeah, maybe we'll check something out.
Yeah.
We'll text her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's all I got. I'm getting tired.
Me too. Actually, my feet are getting really cold.
Yeah, my feet are kind of cold.
They're fucking freezing.
So, thank you guys so much for watching.
Yes.
You can check out our socials. Gavin is on Instagram at SipeGavin. I am on Letterboxd at nsaxon2233. And you can check out all our podcasts on Spotify, Pandora, Stitcher, maybe Apple Podcasts sometime. Maybe Gavin will be able to listen to our podcast on his new Apple phone.
Or I'll just listen to it on Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify's the best. I've figured out.
Yeah.
You can check out the Gav and Nate Show on YouTube. We have, as of right now, 21 videos.
Wow.
On our YouTube channel. Lots of content.
Lots.
22, including this one.
Yep.
If you're listening to this, but you must have finished it by now if you got through all of it. So check out the other 21 if you haven't seen them.
And if you stayed, thanks for staying.
Yeah, thank you for staying. We really appreciate it. Leave us a comment.
Yeah.
leave us topics that you want us to talk about, because sometimes things go not to plan.
Nate, I feel like you're being really sassy. I don't know why. I feel like you're really being sassy right now.
I'm not being sassy. I'm doing an outro.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
So that's all we got for you guys.
Yeah. Love you, babes.
Thank you so much for watching.
You guys are cool.
Next
Thanks.
time.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.
Bye.